Good day. Welcome to Catholic Saints Information. I'm the Amateur Hagiographer. The 7th of August is the memorial of Saint Cajetan, also known as Saint Cajetan and Saint Cajetan and Saint Cajetan, and all the variants from that. Cajetan was born in Vicenza, Italy in 1480, the second son of pious and noble parents Caspar de Tiana and Maria Porta, who dedicated him as an infant to the Blessed Virgin Mary. From childhood, he was known as, quote, the Saint, and in later years was known as the Hunter of Souls. A distinguished student, he studied law at a university in Padua, Italy, and was offered positions within the government, but he turned them down and left his native town to seek a religious vocation and obscurity in Rome. There, though, he was found out and forced at age 28 to accept a position at the court of Pope Julius II. He was ordained as a priest at age 36. On the death of Pope Julius, Cajetan returned to Vicenza and disgusted his relatives by joining the confraternity of St. Jerome, whose members normally were drawn from the lowest and poorest classes of society. Cajetan spent his fortune in building hospitals and devoted himself to nursing the plague-stricken. He founded a bank to help the poor and to offer an alternative to loan sharks. It later became the Bank of Naples. He was known for a gentle game that he played with his parishioners, where he would bet prayers or rosaries or devotional candles on whether he could perform some service for them. He always did it, and they always had to pay by saying their prayers. To renew the lives of the clergy, on the 3rd of May, 1524 in Rome, with the help of 3 other men, including the future Pope Paul IV, he formed the Congregation of Clerks Regular, known as the Theatines. They devoted themselves to preaching, the administration of the sacraments, and the careful performance of the Church's rites and ceremonies. St. Cajetan was the first to introduce the 40 hours adoration of the Blessed Sacrament as an antidote to the heresy of Calvinism. When the Germans, under Constable Bourbon, sacked Rome, St. Cajetan was scourged in order to extort money from him. What his attackers didn't seem to understand was he had long ago spent all his worldly wealth on good works and had really had nothing left to give them. Cajetan had a great devotion to the Blessed Virgin Mary. His piety was rewarded one Christmas Eve when she appeared to him and placed the infant Jesus in his arms, which is a common theme in the depictions of Cajetan. When he was on his deathbed, resigned to the will of God, she appeared to him again, this time surrounded by ministering angels. He said, "Lady, bless me." And Mary replied, "Cajetan, receive the blessing of my son, and know that I am here as a reward for the sincerity of your love to lead you to paradise." She then told him to have patience with the illness that had attacked him and gave orders to the choirs of angels to escort his soul to heaven. Cajetan, she reported to have said, "My son calls you. Let's go in peace." And so he did. Cajetan is the patron of the Theatines, of the unemployed, and of those seeking jobs. He was beatified by Pope Urban VIII and canonized by Pope Clement X. For more about Saint Cajetan and the rest of your extended family in heaven, come by and see us at CatholicSaints.Info or CatholicSaints.Mobi. Thanks for listening.